Morning, my name is Jonathan Smith with Prestige Yacht Sales. You can reach me at 860-514-3763 or email me at jsmith@prestigeyahtsales.net. Today we're looking at a 2006 Beneteau 323, really popular model. Great for somebody looking to downsize or as a starter boat for a family. This one's got a number of upgrades, very well maintained. The owner is retiring from boating, so everything comes with the boat. It's got a nice set of pots and pans, dishes, all the safety gear, a lot of extras, and like I said, he's done a number of upgrades to this boat, absolutely turnkey. And we've priced it better than the competition, and I don't want that to scare anybody away thinking that there's a problem with this boat. There's no problems. This boat is as good as they come, if not better, and it's priced really well. All right, let's go take a look. Looking at the port side, you can see we have an anchor roller. There's a Fortress anchor up there. There's not a windlass. Roller furling Genoa. I believe they're 116% on this model. Aluminum tow rail. No evidence of any collisions along the side. You'll notice he's got some extra canvas on this boat. The teak handrails have canvas covers. The teak gets oiled, and the canvas covers protects it from the sunlight, so you only have to oil it once a year and it's done. The Dodger has brand new isinglass. I don't know if you can tell, but it's very clear. So it's original Dodger, but the glass itself has been put in, so fresh stitching, looks really good. By the way, while we're here, the mainsail is brand new. That was made by a local hood loft, and it is in mass furling. You can see he's got those canvas covers on the seats to protect the teak, and a nice matching green binnacle cover. And while we're talking about the binnacle cover, he also has a smaller cover that just covers the electronics portion. So when you're cruising, you're active with the boat, you don't have to put the large cover on and off. You just use the smaller cover. Stern rail seats, you can see they're folded up. You fold them up to make handling your dock lines easier, but when you're out sailing, you can put them down. Walking around to the back, one of the nice things about these boats is this integrated swim platform. There's another canvas cover covering a little teak, so you can walk right through. And the steering wheel tilts 90 degrees. It's in that position right now, which opens up the cockpit, making it easy to walk forward and aft. Swim ladder. There's two shore power connections. Right now it's plugged into the house system. And the second one is for the air conditioning system. So this boat does have air conditioning. You don't see as many of the 323s with the air conditioning option, but nice to have on those hot, humid nights. Dry everything out. Looking over at the starboard side now. All right, let's go aboard. All right, we're in the cockpit of the Beneteau 323 2006. Here's what the teak looks like. It's oiled. Everywhere we have the green canvas, there's teak like that underneath, including on the captain's seat. By the way, this folds like that, so when you're sailing, you have a nice seat in the back. Let's take a look at the electronics. That's speed and depth, Raymarine. Here's an autopilot, also Raymarine. That is a ST4000 wheel pilot. Here's our wind instrument. Raymarine C80 GPS chart plotter, which also handles radar duties. And by the way, he just had AIS installed on this boat, so there's an AIS module installed down below that displays on the GPS chart plotter, shows you all the commercial vessels and everybody registered with AIS as a little triangle on the display. And it also has an AIS transmitter, so you are putting your location out there so everybody can see who you are. There's a VHF remote at the helm. The main unit's down below at the nav station. The wheel is out of the way, makes walking forward easy, but to put it in play, you simply pull this knob right here, give it a rotate, and now you're driving. I put the table out. Look aft here. So the table folds down out of the way. You have self-tailing winches. It all leads back, so the driver can do everything by himself, or his crew can help out. Take a look at the very large locker on the starboard side of the cockpit. Everything you see on this boat comes with the boat. You can see you got some extra shore power cords, an adapter, which I assume goes from a 50 amp to 230 amps. Life jackets, dock lines, fenders, safety equipment, everything you need. In fact, there's 3 bins of stuff that comes with the boat, and there's an Achilles dinghy with an outboard, which I haven't seen, but if it's maintained as well as the rest of the stuff on this boat, I'm sure it's nice. It is a complete package, absolutely turnkey. One of the upgrades he made is the companionway doors. Rather than wrestling with those heavy polycarbonate boards, he had this saloon style door custom installed. And there is a lock on it, a combo lock, and you can see that opens right up. And little clips here to lock it in place, little bungees when you're sailing. And that's it, easy in and out. Let's take a walk forward. Foredeck looks clean, no soft spots. Quick look in the anchor locker. We got chain, looks like 25-30 feet of chain, and then rode. A spare dock line up here. Fortress anchor, which is nice. It's a lighter anchor. It has like the grabbing power of a Danforth anchor, but it's made out of aluminum, so it makes it easier to lift up. There, we'll start with the Galley. 2-burner propane stove with an oven. It's an L-shaped Galley. You got a large stainless sink. You got a custom cutting board made right here. It hangs right there, but then that pops right into the sink opening. So if you need a little more space, the Galley refrigerator. It's a top loader. Basically, it's sort of a freezer over next to the cold plate. It's got a little temperature gauge in there. And then a fridge in the rest of the area, and there's a drain at the bottom, a little button you push, so if any water collects in there, you can pump it out. As I mentioned, this boat comes with everything you need. It's absolutely turnkey. Look, you get a nice set of knives built in a custom holder. You get the dishes. You get a set of pots and pans, glasses, all kinds of stuff. It comes with the boat. The gentleman's retiring from boating. You get it all. He had custom cushions made. The originals were not sunbro. They were kind of a light color, and you know, it got a little dirty, so he had these custom sunbrella cushions. They're real nice. Sort of a tan brown pattern. They look really good. See, here's over on the starboard side. While we're over here, here's our nav station. You sit aft on the seat. And we have a stereo. Here's our AC house system. Does the battery charger, the water heater, and outlets. And a separate AC panel for our air conditioner. This boat does have factory air. Here's our VHF with DSC. Sony stereo, and then our DC panel. These are the custom shades, so you just slide it and your shade, you're blocked out. A little privacy, knocks the light down, and you just slide them to let more light in. Those are called peekaboo shades. It's got them on all the windows, including the overhead. We'll walk forward. That's an awning that zips into the Dodger, I'm sorry, zips into the Dodger and then attaches to the backstay, giving you shade in the cockpit, and theoretically you can sail with it. So you have a nice teak masted flag mast with American flag. Another upgrade. Up in the forward stateroom, he added a custom fresh level water indicator. Push the button, you can see we're full right now. Actually, no, we're 50% right now. The full is over to the left. And that's a better unit than the ones that come with the boat. Fans. Here's some cruising books, navigation books, rules of the road, spare VHF, some safety equipment, horns here, manual horn and gas horn. Go into the aft stateroom, and he does have some custom bedding for this as well. This is a good size room because it tucks underneath the cockpit. There's the custom bedding in a plastic bag. So a lot of people will use this as the owner's stateroom because it's bigger. You can see you could have a couple pillows right there, sort of along the headboard. You do have reading lights. Oh, that pole you see there is for the awning. So that stows away there. When you need the awning, you put it back on the backstay. Here's our locker back here, little hanging locker. And he did have 12-volt outlets installed. I've seen them in various places around. So that's an optional upgrade. Another outlet back here. Now we're looking forward again. Pretty spacious boat. By the way, another upgrade is he didn't like the inexpensive through hulls that Beneteau used. The material was a little more corrosive, and so he had them removed and put in really nice silicon bronze through hulls throughout the boat. And that wasn't inexpensive to do. It was a lot of work, but it was a nice upgrade. And let's look in the head. Everybody loves the head on the Beneteau 323. It's kind of like a really large double-sized head. You have a seated shower area, sink, and then aft is the toilet, and it is a manual flush toilet. Goes into a holding tank. Little cubby there for towels and stuff. Right, let's take a look at the Yanmar. It's a 22 horsepower engine. This boat's always been professionally maintained at one of the higher end marinas. He has the impeller and the belts replaced every season, and the hoses are replaced every 4 or 5 years. In fact, they were just replaced this year. So very well maintained. The maintenance level on this engine is higher than most. We don't know the hours because, which is typical for all these engines that have these digital gauges. Those little digital gauges fail often, and sometimes they're intermittent, and sometimes they fail permanently. And this one's failed permanently. He did cruise the boat often in the Northeast, never took it south or anything. So, you know, we're not sure, based on the age of the boat and what people typically use it for. I would guess he's probably around 1,000 hours. On the safe side, you could say 1,500, but it's hard to get 1,500 hours on a boat like this, just sailing locally. But you know, we're not sure at this point. But either way, it's been professionally maintained. These diesels go for thousands of hours. So let's take a look at the bilge. Look how clean it is. By the way, that's the grid. Beneteaus have solid fiberglass hulls, and then they reinforce them, make them stiffer with a second part, this big fiberglass grid, which gets glued in place. And if you hit something, which this boat has, as most boats around here, it can cause a little separation of the grid from the hull because Beneteau uses sort of a filler adhesive. And early on in its life, that did happen. It wasn't a hard hit, but it caused a little separation. So this guy went and had the best fiberglass guy in the area, Nick Saheen, redo the whole thing. So it's been all properly fiberglass tabbed in. But I really want you to see how clean it is. It shows you a guy who takes good care of his boat. All right, I've opened up the leaves of the table. Dining for 4 down below. Real nice table. Those leaves drop down out of the way as we just saw. And then one thing every Beneteau has somewhere is a built-in wine cellar. And here it is right in the center of the table. Whether you use it for wine, water, something else, it's up to you. But there it is. Kind of cool. All right, final look around. We'll say goodbye. Great price on this boat. Once again, I'm Jonathan Smith, certified professional yacht broker with Prestige Yacht Sales. You can reach me at 860-514-3763 or email me at jsmith@prestigeyachtSales.net. If you have any questions or would like to set up a showing on this gorgeous 2006 Beneteau 323, fully loaded, upgraded, ready to go, comes with everything you need. Nothing's missing, including an Achilles inflatable with an outboard and everything else that I just showed you. All right, hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.